Test, test. Starting. Twister. Spark Stormweaver. Yup. It's looking good. Here for the sweet spark tech. True. Speaking of spark, we need to investigate that in-game build guide. How do we do that? Setting. Oh shit! I just realized my chat is on top of this promo thing. Is the game down? I assume the game's down, right? Where do I put this promo thing? It's not down yet? Okay. I'm definitely using Exile UI for leveling. The leveling will be, I think they're making it easier, but so Exile UI might not be perfectly accurate, but I'm still going to use it. Like, it would be crazy not to. Like, why wouldn't you use it? If it's slightly inaccurate, it's still better than not using it. Realistically, I just don't want to have to think about progression at all. Did that make sense over here? Screen's getting crowded. Exile UI? You should Google Exile UI. Or actually, hold on. If you go to my League Start run on my channel, it's like an 8-hour run. You can see Exile UI. It's going to be shown like right here. In fact, wait. Now that we're mentioning Exile UI, is that going to block this promo? I better check. That block? No, actually, that looks pretty nice. It's not blocking anything here. 3 hours left. 3 hours to 25 minutes. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think we've got the setup down. Try to already patch. Thanks for the sub, Anchor. Appreciate you. I have not patched mine yet. I hope mine has patched. Well, actually, hold on. Should I update it? What? Oh, nice. Good shout on this. Oh, I guess right now I can show you guys advanced setup for this. Because if you do more than just install this, it's a lot better. We can just set that up right now. Definitely better than nothing. So Act Tracker is pretty easy. You just enter your character name here. I assume this character name is going to be available. So I'm just going to put that there. Oh wait, this character exists already. Maybe 4 S's. But then also, under search strings, this is in the League Starter Mobalytics. If you just copy paste it here, you need to set it up. There's a way to set up search strings, but now if I go into town and I talk to somebody, it will automate the regex, which is kind of crazy. Let's see.
Yes.
So I press caps lock. Now it highlights everything according to my regex. 105 stream streak. That's actually crazy. Let's go. You're going martial artist monk. Nice. Good luck. For some reason, my body armor is missing. I don't know if I gave that to somebody at the end of the league or what, but unfortunately, my character is missing a piece of gear. This is my stash or something.
Oh, it's you.
I could just put on that body armor. It's probably better than nothing. Is my exile updated now? Looks like it. Oh, this includes campaign changes. Well, some of them at least. Alright. Does anybody in chat know how to make a build file? Because this is auto-generated. I did not make this. If we want to get like a custom build file with text, I need to make one right now. This is the app. Got you, Dr. Evil. Maybe the PoE Reddit would show me how. Oh, thank you. No, but I think, isn't this meant for a developer to make a tool for how to make it? This isn't actually a tool to make it. Like, I'm not gonna code it. I'm hoping there's like a graphics user interface to make it. Build file maker PoE2. This it? Path, I can do it in Path of Building. Maybe. Well, that's what this is saying. Did I save this though? Oh, here it is. Is this it? Update ready. Yes, we're gonna do 24-hour stream. Did I go live on YouTube properly? I actually didn't configure this before. How do I see? I don't know. Well, at least I am live on YouTube. I don't know if I put on the proper... Is it tagged as Path of Exile? Yeah, that's not good. Okay, so I guess we need to convert all trees to 0.5 patch. Act 1 progression still looks good. That hasn't changed. Act 2 looks good. In fact, this is the new tree, isn't it? So we could take a look at this. On console? Maybe. You could, just a guy. I don't recommend it. I feel like it's really clunky. What I'm doing is also pretty good at bosses. This is new, is it? We don't even know what Puppet Master. That's a minion. You don't see it? I think that website imports the POB. It's possible we would do this for the cast speed. 369 14. It's not bad. Oh, by the way, if the patch goes, also if the queue pops, definitely like post that in chat so everybody can get in queue. I assume not for a while, but we all want to get into queue as fast as possible. How do I think about chrono builds? I think chrono looks really good, especially with investment. Like, we are likely going to swap into a chrono at some point, or at least I'm going to be testing it out and seeing how it compares. Stormweaver has a lot of power, like with no gear, which I think is what you want on a league start. And realistically, you can swap between Stormweaver and Chronomancer simply by running a Trial of the Sekimos. It's like completely free, so I don't know why you wouldn't just start with this instead. Thanks for the sub, Simbrin. How long is queue up before launch? Is it 2 hours? Is it actually 2 hours? Okay, well the server's going down in 15 minutes. So realistically, like we could get in queue in like 30 minutes, right? I don't know. But yeah, it's probably gonna be like an hour. No? Amerish, I have a League Start run on my channel. It's a full run with timestamps, so you can look at how it looks during the campaign. You should probably check that out if you're considering both. Is this new? This looks kind of new. That's a minion node as well. You have plans for later today? Yeah, you're not finishing the campaign today then. Wait, when did that happen, Raynef? That's crazy. I don't remember that. The loot filter we will be updating, and as long as you have followed it already, you just go in game, there's a little button and it's like update to the newest filter. And every time you relaunch the game, it automatically updates as well. So just make sure you click the follow button. I do need to make some filter changes before League Start, but we have like 3 hours, and I'm actually waiting on the developer to update Filter Blade. But we have plenty of time to do all this, so there's no rush. Can't wait to start Stormweaver. I'm pretty excited too. The endgame looks crazy. I actually haven't even watched all of those reveal trailers. Have any of you guys skipped some of them as well? I've just been focused on like getting the guide set up as best as I can. But I've been in Discord, people have been like screenshotting the crazy stuff from the trailer, so I kind of know what, like, even without watching them, I kind of know what's in the trailers. Yeah, the end game is gonna feel like a whole new game. And honestly, my biggest fault with this game is the end game is not crazy enough. So I think that's gonna fix everything for me. This should be good for bosses, yeah. Patch wasn't dropping. I think the patch happens in 15 minutes, in 11 minutes. It's a good question, Ortizi. Ritual will be nice to farm uniques, although I feel like you're just gonna get a ton of shitty uniques. I do WASD. I think Breach is pretty good for Spark. I mean, we have triple Orb of Storms, all of that's chaining. Spark is also big screen clear. So Breach is tempting. Ritual also like encases all the sparks in that little bubble. So like Ritual is really good for Spark as well. Um I think Abyss is probably like the rippiest thing. So probably I'm not gonna do Abyss on day one. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't think any of this stuff is like especially new tech. This is stuff that we're kind of doing as well. Maybe to a little bit of a lesser extent, but it's not like revolutionary or anything. You could definitely incorporate that if you wanted to. Realistically speaking, the way this build currently is set up is you don't even go cast on crit until you have the gloves. And the gloves might be expensive. We don't know. The gloves are not going to be, the gloves are definitely not going to be cheap. I would expect to pay multiple divines. Possibly double digit divines. Um, yes. Like this is essentially what we're doing last league, running around picking up the remnants and charging up the comets. I did not clickbait my video hard enough. If you can steal the mod on those gloves, that would be absolutely insane if you could. That would not be balanced. If you could steal it, you definitely would. Call of the Brotherhood is pretty common. I would say it's 20x. And it's honestly, it's not that mandatory. If it's cheap, I'll buy it. I'm not buying that if it's expensive though. Like realistically, on a league start, you literally should not be taking those mana remnants. So whatever other video you're watching, that's maybe like an end game cast on crit. Just be careful if you're following that because realistically, you want damage on day one. None of that stuff matters. Like literally that stuff does not matter. That's why I didn't make a video talking about that. This is like a little bit deeper into the build. Like I promise you, just mana remnants alone is going to be enough. Like you can't even really realistically go crit that early on this. So you would never take those passive points until you have an invested character. Yeah, that's my current plan. Honestly, Stormweaver is very good in the end game, so I'm gonna be trying a swap, and we'll make a judgment call if it feels better or not. I think the Adonia's ego is probably going to be quite nice on Chronomancer because one thing when you go Chronomancer, you no longer have shock, right? But Adonia's ego gives you shock back. And that's also probably an expensive setup, so something to consider. I don't know when the download will be available. I want to try and make this build right now, this build file. How do we do this? Paste a raw POBin URL. Okay, I can do that. How do I edit this now? I have a build file. Aren't I supposed to be able to like make notes in that? I would recommend starting my Stormweaver. This build requires absolutely nothing and it's very easy to get started. Oh, really? This is just a notepad thing? Wait, I need to use notepad? That's crazy. I don't want to do this. What the fuck? So I'm supposed to be writing like little notes for you guys inside of notepad? What? There's no way. Also, this does not have very much information in here, so I feel like I don't think that this worked. I don't think this exported properly. I'm actually certain this did not. There's not enough code in there. Oh well. Wait, so there's no like graphics user interface where I can like click on something and type into it? And it'll be like this slot, this is the information for that. I don't recommend using this in-game build thing if you need to do different things separately. Just use the Mobilitics page. This is crazy. I don't know how to add those comments. I was trying to. It looks like I can't. Adding the comments would be like I don't know where to type in this. There's no way it's gonna work. Thank you, MixCG. Builds are always up your alley. Yeah, we try and make it pretty comfy on the hands. Need a third. Yeah, well, that's what I was hoping there was a third party. By the way, how's my volume? Is my mic too loud? It almost looks like it's peaking. You thought this was gonna be something like in Torchlight Infinite? I thought so. Well, I knew it would be like a notepad thing, but I thought some developer would have made a tool to bypass that. You guys notice that another streamer or there's like some announcement where somebody's released a way to edit that without just typing into Notepad? Let me know. I haven't heard of any of my creator friends making a build though, like a .build file. Might just be too early. There's probably people coding one, but it's just you can't make one that quickly. I wonder if NeverSync has done the filter because we have some stuff to do in that. Finalizing update. Not quite. POB. What are the new features of POB?
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話に
For
な
the
ってま
sub.
す。めちゃくちゃ
Pencil
参考
guard.
にしてます。ありがとうございます。
Any concerns? Not really. We're gonna be freezing stuff. So, that should be a pretty good mitigation for the... I don't even know if I'm gonna bother scaling recharge rate back up to what it used to. Like, you probably could with enough investment. I'm not sure if it's worth it. We will probably also try out Chronomancer as another way of dealing with it. Chronomancer, you'll have 4 buttons for instant recharge. That doesn't get compromised even if you get hit. So, supporter pack sale is going to be live with the patch. Yes. You've played since Calandra? Dang, that's a long ass time. So I believe this is jewelry on the breach. So you make jewelry and you can also make currency. No, probably not on day 1. Chronomancer is Stormweaver is very good. This is like high budget type thing. I'm not even sure if Chronomancer will be better because Stormweaver is quite good. Thanks for the prime, Volley. There's going to be a really cool mod that we'll see pretty soon on Amulet. Amulet's the second best slot. Staff is by far your most important slot, like absolutely by far. And then Amulet is definitely like second most powerful. Let's speed this up. Hopefully you can get like perfect orbs from this. Yes, it's CI. Look at this. It's a base crit. That is so crazy. Spark's base crit is what, 12%? So like a 12% base crit means every time you get 100% increased crit, you gain 12% extra crit. But if you increase it, this is probably 5%. If you increase the base crit to 17%, every time you get 100% increased crit, now it becomes 17%. And we're also doing stuff like we have more multipliers to crit chance. So this is going to be a disgusting mod on Amulets if we were able to get it. Then obviously you can also get spirit reservations. Like you could get blink on an amulet, I believe. You could even get cast on crit on an amulet. You can get cast speed, you can get a lot of stuff. Plan build. That in-game build thing, there's no way to edit one right now. So I can't really make one. But yes, that is the link to the build right there. There's a written guide for it as well. You should have the written guide open as well, because that has the passive tree progression. And it has the written guide has important stuff in it, like filter and loot filter, vendor, regex. All right. So this is the end game setup right here. We have the league starter guide, and this is kind of separate because I want, like, league start info is not the same as end game info, right? This has like tips for the campaign in it. It has a lot of important stuff that really only matters on league start. So it takes you pretty far actually. Like honestly, this is not league start. This is like end game. This is also like a crit swap, but this is like a zero budget crit swap. This doesn't even, or no, wait. This crit swap requires you to have, I don't think you crit swap unless you get these gloves. No reason to. But then after you crit swap, there's the end game setup. Right here. I mean, maybe I should label this better. You swap over to this mobalytics page, but realistically, this right here, it only talks about endgame stuff. There's nothing about leveling in here, which is why I kept them separate, because it's just going to be too confusing if I'm talking about endgame and I'm also talking about leveling in the same build page. Yeah, the endgame setup has a mobalytics page. Is this build SSF friendly? Yeah, technically you don't need anything in trade. Crafting the staff is pretty easy comparatively to crafting attack weapons. If you are playing in SSF, you are definitely going to want to spec into Ritual because this will be a big power spike. And to go cast on crit, you're going to need this. Realistically, you do not have to go cast on crit. This setup works without cast on crit. But regardless, even in SSF, you're going to be farming Ritual trying to get these gloves. These gloves are not really like a day one thing, even in trade. In trade, you're not going to really get the gloves day one. But eventually, over the course of the league, you're going to get them. I love nature. I like the Stormweaver setup because it is very, very progression friendly, and it works very well. Spark did not get nerfed. Comet got a numerical nerf, but it's not very much. Like, it's not gonna matter. The interactions are still entirely the same. Well, it got nerfed for Blood Mage. I don't think it's gonna work on Blood Mage because those Blood Mage builds were spending like 50,000 plus life per second, and you literally cannot sustain that anymore. The best case scenario is you can get 8,000 life per second on like a top end, high budget Blood Mage. Yo, what's up, Aaron? You're nervous? Oh shit. If you need any help, just type in chat. You'll be fine. Alright, what's next in this what is this? No, we were oh, we didn't even finish this video yet. Nice. Can you download on Steam? I don't know. Wait, what did that say? You can craft a belt that has caster modifiers. What are the caster modifiers? No, is this amulet or belt? Oh shit, look at that. Cast speed and spell damage during any flask. That's a lot of damage right there. But it's during flask effect. The thing is, there's a flask that never turns off. Do you think that's gonna work? For just permanent flask effect? And actually, there is some really sick tech to put this. Well, you guys know it if you played the build last league. There's a unique belt that lets you equip two if you want. Two mana flasks. Because, like, realistically, you don't even really want a life flask. What's the belt called? It's, I know it by its image. Do I know it by its image? Wait, did they patch it? Did they? I didn't see it in the patch notes, but maybe I missed it. Wastegate was patched? That's fucked up. You would just equip this, and then you'd put on two mana flasks, and then you'd take it off. No. It wasn't in the patch notes. I was looking for this nerf. I was very expecting this to be nerfed. So, yeah. That should work. So you can have a regular mana flask that you can just press whenever you want. You can also have this. And I don't know why this doesn't say what it does, but this is just always on and it's always giving you mana. Like you never have to press it. Oh, was there? Maybe. Well, worst case, you just use one life flask. And you probably would just use the Laviangas. I don't know. Thanks for the Prime Gen 2. I forget. I don't know if we patched the game yet? No. Fixed a bug where life flask could not always be used? No, that's not it. Oh, fixed various bugs that allowed disabled flasks to still be used. Oh, shit. Okay, they did fix it. Unlucky. Realistically, Zoe, the weapon base type does not matter for spells. It's the stuff on them. Like, just assume you had a staff that was white and it had actually no mods on it. That would do the exact same damage than if you were just weaponless and you're just shooting spark out of your fingers. So you just have to kind of like read them and see which has the higher stats. But realistically, staves can roll like double the magnitudes of the modifiers as wands. So it's much more likely that the best thing you drop is going to be a staff rather than a wand, but it's possible that a wand could be better. The build planner on Mobalytics. Everything on here is completely up to date. If you want to see what the difference is, look on Craft Exile. So let's say it's item level 25. I'd say that's like a realistic comparison. This can roll up to 50% lightning on a wand, and on a staff it can roll 108. A wand can roll +2 levels to lightning. A two-handed staff can roll also +2. So the +2 level is the same. The gain is extra is only 18% on a wand. The gain is extra is 36% on a staff. Is there a PoB for my starter? Technically I did make a PoB, but it's not configured or anything. This is I made this because I was trying to make a .build file and it did not really work. Realistically, unless you're like an advanced player, I would recommend referencing this because there's a lot of notes. The important thing about the mobalytics is that at every step it explains. That's the main difference there. Well, hopefully everybody's internet's fast enough to download 34 gigs. How long does mine take? 5 minutes. Set this to like item level 50. Now we're going to be able to get +4 lightning, and on this, you're going to be able to get +3. So at some point you can get better levels on a staff. Nice for the gifted subs, Nakola. Appreciate you. Oh shit, King Kongor got on. Huge. Downloads up, yep. Another thing about our build, in the super endgame when we go, well not even the super, but in like the endgame, when you add in crit comet, you actually want to get level of all spell skills. And as soon as you get Call of the Brotherhood, which realistically could be day one for some people, lightning damage is useless. When you convert your lightning to cold, increased lightning damage does nothing. In PoE1 it still works, but in PoE2 you have to only use cold. So it's actually kind of weird because there's this middle point where maybe you don't have Comet, so you're still all lightning spells. Like in a Call of the Brotherhood situation, lightning spells still works because Orb of Storms and Spark are lightning. But you're only doing cold damage, so you would need increased cold. And this is like a really weird staff. But then later on, Comet is a cold spell, so you just want level to all spells, so it works for everything. In that case, you definitely want the cold damage and the spell damage. The download up for you guys? I don't know, I use Steam. You're downloading on Steam and Xbox? Are there 2 people in your house playing on both? Why are you updating both? That's crazy. What did you try to use to make the .build file? I just tried to import off of Path of Building and it did not really work out. Is there a good tool for it? I couldn't find a good tool. I don't think there is one. You play on both? Nice. How do you update on Steam? I don't know. You try and launch and it'll say error and it'll start updating maybe? I didn't realize you could get block chance on a staff. That's kind of wacky. I've never played that Ard Boy. File verification? You could try just exiting Steam and opening it again. That generally works for me. It's the next update here. Ascendancy style endgame. Let's watch this. I think Spark will be extremely good Spyglass. That's why we're league starting it. So this is the new passive tree. It's just, you click these buttons. Because the actual passive tree is not really a passive tree. It's just, there's no choice. You just unlock everything. But this is the one where you have to make a choice. Pinnacle bosses may be scavenged for 5% chance to drop an additional unique item. What does scavenged mean? Possessed unique monsters release spirits. Ooh, nice. Wait. Is that good? You can put a spirit on every unique monster. You're doing T0 to T15. You want to just upgrade. So much damage is under the staff and under the amulet. And in the Mobilitics page, there actually is trade links for those. You probably want to either craft or buy a better staff. I can't stress enough how much of your damage is on those two pieces of gear. It is so much your damage. Yeah, hold long press escape. And if you want to get the regex into a vendor, you press caps lock. Is Twitch sub MTX active? Does it say in chat that there is drops right now? They said it was 1 p.m., but they didn't say the time zone. It's gonna when the drops are active, the gifted subs are also gonna be active. So I would assume it's in 2.5 hours. In fact, Kathy, what country do you think I'm from? Because I've never heard of that. I'm not American. Oh, I'm not I don't think you could say that I'm sponsored by Mobilitics. I'm like employed by Mobilitics. If you go to Mobilitics, I am I'm a partner. Is that a sponsor? I don't know. Wait, you thought I was from Poland? I would have an accent if I was from Poland. Do I have a Canadian accent, chat? Can you tell I'm Canadian? I've had people say that. That I'm definitely not American because of my accent. There's a new post. The realms are undergoing maintenance. ETA unknown. Yes. Well, I mean, I've been streaming for years. I've never put ad in my title. Honestly, even when there's like a literal Twitch ad where it's like it's through like the Twitch interface, I still don't put it. On YouTube though, when I do a sponsor, I do click there's an ad, but I don't think I'm legally required to. It's just like probably good practice to say that there's an ad in it. for YouTube. I'm in Ontario. Do you guys know Alberta's trying to become their own country right now? What do you guys think about sending the military in and stopping them from leaving if they try and leave? Oh, I'm from Ottawa as well. That's insane. I feel like if this were hundreds of years ago, if somebody tried to separate, you would go in, you would kill their shitty like local militia, and you would not let them leave, right? But Canada peacefully left England, so maybe Canada needs to let Alberta peacefully leave. Finally, it is time. Log in. Um, does a single other? I have a bias for double X. Realistically, the people who put out Maxwell guides, they're all like employees of Maxwell, and the people who put on Mobalytics guides are employees of Mobalytics, and that's just how it works right now. Like, I don't think there's a single creator putting a guide on any of these things if they're not like an employee. Maybe to some extent, but like largely, Mobalytics does a good job of like um reaching out to a lot of creators. And that's honestly, that's like a good thing. Is that not a good thing? I think that's a great thing. Like, look at how many creators they're UK sponsoring or whatever. This is huge for the community. Like, I don't. It's hard to spin this as a negative. Let them leave and block all their resources. That's crazy. Oh, it looks like Filterblade got the update. Did it? Okay, we can do Filterblade. I want to finish watching this thing though. We're 15 seconds in. Hilda. So to unlock these things, you have to like find them. That's so cool. I love anything that makes like the end game an exploration. That's really nice, Tank Man. I think that really helps like propel a community to grow. I would recommend Stormweaver Triforce. Wait, what? Sorry. What did she say? So when you talk to Hilda, you get everything all at once? A lot of stuff changed with craft. I'm gonna have to make standalone crafting videos for the different pieces of gear. I think that's the best way to explain it. Like, I don't even fully know the changes, I'll be honest. We're gonna have to figure them out later today. It was grayed out on left click. Oh, it's because I'd use WASD. If you use left click to move, I don't think you can put on left click. It's fine. If you like to move with WAS with left click, just put it on like a different button. It doesn't need to be left click. This just gives increased effectiveness of unique monsters. So this just gives you more loot. Interesting. Terraform the Atlas. Crazy. I find this is a little weird, where this is letting you spec all of the different points, but you get enough points to grab all of them. I thought this would just auto spec. That's fine, I guess. I still feel like it's a little strange how this will literally fully unlock. We'll have to see how that feels. Interesting. Hypnotics, it sounded like it unlocked pretty fast though, didn't it? Rigador Killers? What kind of game is that? Wait, how do you get this guy? This guy is how you find uniques. What do we have to do? Oh, we need to do this thing. It's very important to do this thing. I would normally like not even do this. In fact, I don't even think this is good anymore, is it? Because this gives you the Blood Mage gem that's like that class isn't even good anymore. I think that gem is maybe not even good anymore. But we still have to do it. Okay. Interesting. True. Anyways, Filter Blade. Let's upgrade this to the new league. So the caster leveling honestly shouldn't need a single change. Wait, I don't even think I'll be able to do this. If the realm is down, how will I be able to update this, right? I don't, is this gonna, oh, it worked. It worked. Wait, why did that work? Oh, I guess it's not fully down. The website still works. If you guys haven't followed the leveling filter, it is honest, it's important. It's right here. The one with almost 19,000. Did that update? Okay, this is really triggering me. It's like updating this thing instead of that. I don't know what's going on here. I was having this issue last time as well. It's not updating the right one. It's updating something called test. I want to update this. Fuck. You got way further in level than the passive tree. If you're higher level than the passive tree, suggest just move on to the next stage. It's mostly, the important thing is not that you end Act 1 exactly with this tree. It's that like you grab this first, and after you grab this, then you move on to this. It's just trying to make sure you have a smooth power curve. A few days ago, I did figure out how to update this properly, but I was having the same issue. I'm doing this right? Right? Like upload to This? Like, why? What is happening here? Like, this is not even labeled the same. Bring me. So I've deleted that one now. There are two drop downs? Wait, what? Wait, where's the other drop down? Here? I think this is like on the website, is it not? Where's the second drop down? Well, I'll try. I think this just saves it locally. You see, this is exporting as a new filter inside. I don't want it to export as a new. I want it to overwrite the other one. More, save as new.
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
I think this is gonna have another filter at the bottom. Fuck. Am I crazy? Is this like confusing? What am I doing wrong?
いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
No, minions needs different weapon type than what we're doing. I feel like this is not very user-friendly. Because what I'm doing, I think, makes sense. Save and upload one. This is not useful. This is going to download a file onto my computer, and this is like, I don't know, some premium thing. No, but it's not overwriting. Look, this made a new thing right here. Maybe now it'll work? I don't know. Error uploading. Oh my god, what the fuck? This can't even find it. Fuck me. Well, the server's not down. No, it's not because the servers are down, because I had this issue a few days ago. Actually, what happened was GGG deleted this filter, and they also deleted NeverSync's filters, and then they had to, like, do some rollback. So that might actually be why this is happening. I don't know. You don't think you need to go to export? Well, something needs to be updated on the website. I need to push this onto the website. Yeah, the filter is fine, but the thing is when there's a new patch, there's new items in the game, so even though the filter has been working fine up until right now, it's not going to work unless I update it right now. What if I just don't even choose anything? This is going to do a new thing. I think I'm going to have like two filters now here. Getting an error? I'm not using standalone, so I don't know. Mine's finished. Maybe update the rest of the programs. Make a few changes. Holy shit, I can't find it! What? That's crazy. Why can't it find it? Can I change the name? Oh, fuck. Wait, actually, technically, I could copy and paste it in here and it would work, right? Like, I technically could download it, paste the filter in here, and everybody would get it. I think. So it will be fine. I technically could do that, but I would rather just do this the normal way. See, that updated. There's an S on there now. Oh, wait, I think this worked. Rage. No, it didn't. What the fuck? Oh, it did. It did. It worked. It got updated. It just updated. Okay, well, putting an S on the filter fixed it. I don't know why. Do I have a POB? I do, but oops. I wouldn't recommend using this. The only reason I have this is to make a .build file, and then that didn't really... I don't know. I don't really know how to make a clean .build file. I would use the Mobilytics because it has more information. This does not have information, and there's no configuration or anything. This is literally just the passive tree and the skill gems. The trimming staff is fine as the second weapon set. Yes. Just be a white trimming staff. Doesn't need to have any mods on it. That's fine if you know how to go through the campaign well. For example, does everybody in chat know that in Act 4 you can get a guaranteed 5 link? Like, there's information like that in here. So every single person in chat should leave the campaign with a 5 link Orb of Storms, because you get one for free. You just have to do this very specific thing. It's mentioned in Exile UI. Okay, that's good. Hopefully you are all using that. That's fair of duels, but I have like the important stuff here. Like a lot of that stuff you don't need to do, but these things you definitely should do. I just realized I have quest rewards twice. Does a streamer use Claude to make a build file already? I don't know if I know how to do that. Covenant body armor is half as good as it used to be. I just would not do it on Blood Mage. Blood Mage isn't even strong really. Like, I don't see any reason to, unless you just like the class. But even then, I would probably play Blood Mage with Acquire the Storm. Oh, we're not done though, actually, with Filter Blade. I kind of want to do the endgame as well. Because realistically, this endgame filter is from the end of last league, so realistically, we should show everything, shouldn't we? Buried Shrines is in Act 2. It says in the top left-hand corner. It's when you're on your way to the boss that is this big dude and he like slams the ground in front of him and shoots fire. Then after you kill him, there's that woman lying on the slab and then she like dies. It's the one leading, I think the zone after that, or maybe that zone is one with the beetle that drops the gems. It's fairly early into Act 2. Well, I just made auto-generated script. Yeah, the mobalytics dot build, I don't know how good that is, honestly. I thought I fixed that unplugged cord. Always made aware of that. Oh, I didn't fix that. Yo, what's up, Tyson? Are you logging in? How's it going? What have you been playing lately? Private profile. I'm gonna show everything on the league start. We'll hide this as we need to. Haven't really been playing much. We finally did get a pretty sizable endgame rework. Looking pretty good. You know, my buddy Prada has a really good Abyssal Lich build. And coincidentally, it is extremely, extremely terrible to campaign. So if that looks interesting to you, you could consider that. You could also probably do zombies or something. I'm not too sure. Realistically, I haven't been paying too close attention to the endgame meta for minions. Yeah, Oracle will be good. I don't know if it'll be quite so budget friendly. Thanks for the prime, by the way, everybody. Titan, I have a video for that actually. My top 5 starters. All of these will be good. There's even a hardcore recommendation. The fancy builds? Yeah, I think like a lot of the clickbait spellcaster stuff. Well, I don't want to say clickbait, but like they're really showcasing these endgame setups that require a bunch of moving pieces. I would be really hesitant to suggest something like that. If it just like works out of the box with like garbage on the ground, you're much more likely to not struggle. I have not, but I don't think Pathfinder has the damage for a League starter. Like, I can just look at the Ascendancy and tell you that. I don't need to look at a build. I thought Garotha was doing something else, though. Wasn't he doing plants? Why do you think plants Oracle? Is he doing Spark? It's up. Oh, we can get in queue right now? Let's go. Thank you. Or, like, the download is up. No queue yet. But we can wait in game for the queue. Oh, I guess we probably want to launch it so that, like, you're not waiting for this to finish before you can get into the queue, right? Um, So I believe on this guide, or in this filter, there should be showing white staffs in like bright colors, but I don't see where that is. I wonder if it's not. It definitely was at some point last league. Did I take that off? Maintenance, okay. I guess I might as well do this. We'll just use this rule for it. Um, I'm not going to use that build thing. I don't know how to do it right now. Oh my god, I fucked this up. There's a sanctified staff. I think these are all this good staff bases. Stormweaver should be tankier, yeah. Reaping staff is for plants. Now I don't love this rule because it's like rare, magic, and normal all look the same. I feel like that's a little confusing. Might want to do custom rules for this. Does this not give you fizz only? I don't. It's not even. Why is this not an option? I've never seen elemental levels on a reaping, as far as I know. That's true. You could sell them to plant-based players. Gotta figure out what's the best rule to use to add these things in. Oh, is there? That is real. That's crazy if there is. Oh, Q's up. Oh my god, I'm position 400. Let's go. What are you at? You must be like really good. Holy shit. You're number 17? That's crazy. We still have 2 hours left. Hopefully we don't get booted in the next 2 hours. The good thing we opened the game and had the shaders like compile, right? I bet there's a lot of people who are like, waiting for a minute for that shit to load. I'm gonna stretch my legs. I'll be back in a second.
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
Yo, what up, Redonkulus? Thanks for the prime. Absolute fury. Your client reinstalled PoE2. I had a 34 gig download. Are you sure it bugged? I wasn't looking at what happened because I patched mine like an hour ago. But sometimes when you have such a big patch, it does like reinstall afterwards. Unfortunate that you're installing when I'm in queue already, though. Standalone client was released only 5 minutes ago. That's a big L for standalone client users. How are we feeling about these colors right here? Best to worst. These are kind of like the same, but realistically, like this doesn't matter because this is gonna be hidden super early. We're only showing this day one. This is like trash in there. What about these colors? Rule is empty. I don't love these colors. I love this color actually. Let's do that for here. Exclamation PoE2 filter. Or actually even honestly exclamation filter should work, right? That link works for everything. Just make sure you get the PoE2 filters. In fact, I don't think people are playing PoE1 right now. I'm just gonna change that command. Stream Elements. I really hope Stream Elements doesn't shut down. Have you guys heard they're like bankrupt or whatever? I'm dependent on this. Alright, what are the filters called? PoE2 Anime Princess Endgame. What is the other one called? Leveling Caster? I don't know what it's called. I'll just click the link in chat and find it. This one. Wait, what is this? The item may have errors in game, but I literally just updated this. What the fuck? That's a little sus. That's the one that shouldn't have errors. This is literally the only one that shouldn't have errors. Oh, you know why? I think the ones with check marks will have errors. No. It's because this is for last league. So this one wouldn't work in last league, but it's going to work in this league. That's the thing. Okay. For campaign. And, what's the end game one? Your download is crashing. Oof. It'll get in 15 minutes later than me. Get back to this. Honestly, like, runes are... That's fine, it can look like that. We have the shitty uniques being really small, but realistically, maybe every unique can be like a little bit big on day one, because technically some shitty uniques might be worth a lot on day one. In fact, they definitely will be. Some of them will be. So we should just pick all of them up anyways. You just went in queue and you're only 3,000? Wait, is this a dead league? How is it so bad? That's crazy. What? I thought this league would be crazy. It probably is. Maybe people... Why are people not getting in queue then? Is Filter Blade updated? Oh, people are... Maybe just most people haven't downloaded it fully yet. I would think most people play this on Steam, not standalone. Really? Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. People are probably at work. People are not... But still, like, 3,000? Not more than 3,000 people who took the day off because it's Friday. So I looked into making a .build file, and there's no real resources to make one. The way you would make a .build filter right now is opening out Notepad and like coding it, but I'm not a coder, so I don't know how I'd make one. I don't think other creators even have them, do they? I think it's just too new. Ooh. Wait, this is the rule. This is the rule that's showing the staffs. We already have a rule. I did not have to make another rule. Chiming staff, Galled staff, roaring staff, normal. So this red one you definitely pick up in the end game. In fact, honestly, day one, I don't think we need to have a leveling. I think you pick these up any level and just craft them no matter what they are. Obviously, like in a few days in, you're only going to pick up the good levels, but we're just going to show this no matter what, I think. And realistically, actually, on day one, we can add some more bases here. We will add the plant base just to maybe make profit. Staff. And the lightning ones. Paralyzing, and then what's the other one? I don't think we want to show the fire one, voltaic. We'll narrow this down after today, but new price tracker thing. Oh shit, honestly, I haven't downloaded that. I'm still using the old one. What's it called? Exalt Exchange. I did see my buddy Arrow make a video on some new price tracker. Are you guys using that? I'll look into that. Should I download that right now? Is it hard to set up that thing, or do you just download it? Galled staff? Yeah, Galled staff is like the ideal. This is the ideal base for cast on crit comet. Not the ideal base for day one, but still, it's the ideal base. You are working on one. There's a site. I did have the site open, but it wouldn't let me like type in text. It was like a very basic one. Is there a good one with like a user interface where it shows you like level by level which ones you take? Because this one, I think it just transformed it into a tree. Charming staff is good for the weapon swap. No, it could be good for your main one, but the thing is, actually, well, okay, Galled staff is good because it biases towards increased cold damage. Realistically, you could get that on the chiming as well. I think it'd be easier to hit on this. Yeah, I'm also in queue. I'm position 427. Everybody should be updating or getting in queue. Alright, so we actually don't need that other rule. Where's that rule? Here. Although this could just be, I guess, rare? Magic? I don't think we need this rule actually. Use that rule. Because I think actually no, I don't I think we do want that rule. For rares, right? Do you want this for magic as well? It could be any eye level as well for day one. Oop. Your first mirror last league? Nice. I'm updating the endgame filter right now. I've already updated the leveling filter. I'm just trying to make sure the endgame filter shows stuff we can craft very easily. It's not too strict. It's pretty. It's showing. We will be definitely making this strict as the weekend goes on. I'm perfectly fine having an endgame that shows a decent amount of stuff. It's obviously not showing every single rare. That would be absolutely psychotic. But that's why we're doing this, to make sure that we do see these staffs, even if we're hiding some other rares. Q is up. Yep. Getting Q. What build uses ES, EV? Is Fubgun's build hybrid or is it just evasion? Oh, in-game price check. I'm not sure actually. When do we want Call the Brotherhood? You can have that at any point. Call the Brotherhood doesn't increase damage, it just increases... Oh, actually, probably you want that after your third Ascendancy. Call the Brotherhood, you have to have the node after Double Shock, the one where all damage can shock. And you also want to swap your tree over to the Call the Brotherhood tree. But there's no real, like, timeline for that. Realistically, if it's expensive, just don't buy it. Yeah, I did. I appreciate it. Redonkulous. Will you do mana stacker? Not necessarily. I don't think we need to mana stack for this. I'm keeping my options open for the end game. Maybe. We might. We didn't mana stack last league, though. But yeah, Call the Brotherhood drastically changes the passive tree, and it changes your weapon as well. You no longer want to have increased lightning damage. Archmage? Well, Archmage is mana stacking, yeah. It's an option. Thanks for the prime tops.
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
So why did this say top of the line viable poor? Is this showing every single item or the bases I want? This is a little confusing. Build planner in game is on. I haven't made one yet. I tried to make one and it didn't really turn out very well with the tools that are available. 100 lightning to cold does not change your damage. It makes you much more likely to freeze. And your shock is unaffected because Stormweaver has a line where cold damage can shock. So it's just pure defensive. But it changes your tree because now that you do full cold damage, well, you will do lightning and you will do fire if you have gain as extra lightning or fire, but otherwise you'll just do full cold. The tree needs to scale cold damage now. Yeah, cast on crit Comet. There's a endgame mobilytics linked at the top of the League Starter mobilytics page. I'm in queue, yes, thank you. The leveling filter, it says there's errors, but honestly, this is the only filter that is not going to have errors. It's because this is updated for like the upcoming patch, not the current patch. So this wouldn't work in the current. That's my understanding. Yeah, Q is up. Okay, so apparently Dargan ST made a Spark build in Discord. Thank you. Did you hand make that? How did you make that? Oh, from the site linked? Wait, where's the site? Did you link that? Can you link the site again? Paste it in Twitch chat. If it gets blocked, I'll still see it. Thank you. Oh, nice. Oh, that's very good. You can just make it on this website? Thanks. Well, actually, hold on. I want to make a folder for this league. Ember Fusillade feels really awkward to play, in my opinion. If you're having trouble, it's probably because your gear just isn't quite good. Q is broken? Why is Q broken? I'm in Q. If you watch my League Start guide, I do talk about how to make sure you do have good gear. And also the League Start filter highlights as well as the regex to make sure that you have the best opportunity of getting decent gear. No, Comet is later on. You won't have the crit for Comet. Maybe you can do like cast on Elemental Ailment, but it's not going to be quite as good. Maybe with Call of the Brotherhood. If I get a Call of the Brotherhood early, I'll try cast on Elemental Ailment. It definitely wouldn't hurt. But cast on crit, no, you need Malagaros. Okay, I gotta understand this. This doesn't give me any customization options. It's just like a yes or no. What does this mean? We can start with this on, and if it's just like showing everything, we can turn it off, I guess. Like rank B, rank C, what does that mean? Top of the line. That means these things. I've already configured all this. Okay, I get it. Malagaros are going to be expensive, yeah. Hopefully this updates correctly the first time. Did it? Oh, wait, that says it works thing. Okay, I gotta re-update this. Maybe this one isn't correct. Wait, it actually isn't. What is happening here? Error. That's fucking crazy. What is happening here? Oh my god. Just tilting. $4,000 is honestly not that bad. There's probably gonna be like 100,000 before we get to launch, right? Realistically, that's pretty good. So that did say it did update, but I don't see it. What? Yeah, sure, we can do that. Hope that works. Holy shit. Why does this one not work, but the other ones work? Yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste this in and just see if that. I don't know what's going on. Well, that worked. That's honestly not too much trouble. I don't mind doing that. Minion leveling. Realistically, all this needs is a refresh like that. Okay, that one's updated. Is it? Processing. I could update this, I guess. Might as well. There's no harm in doing it. Yeah, they're ready now. Be good. If there's any issues, just let me know. Although I will see them as well because I'm using the filter. You bought a second monitor? Nice. I was tempted to buy a third monitor. But ever since the Iran conflict, monitors, or the ones that would match my monitors so that I'd have triple of the exact same, like doubled in price, so I was like, maybe I don't need it yet. In your League starter, you say you have 5 dedicated pages. Well, right here, right? This is like Act 1 gems, Act 2. Is this what you're talking about? It just shows the progression from beginning to end of campaign. You just scroll down. Uh, staffs staffs are going to be cheaper than bows for sure. Staffs are also honestly just cheaper to make, period. So whether they're cheaper to buy, they're going to be even cheaper to self-craft, definitely. They're not going to be cheap to buy a good one, that's for sure. You'll need to craft. Oh, for everyone on YouTube, by the way, I will have to turn off my YouTube stream in an hour and a half. I don't want to, but I'm contractually obligated by Twitch. I'll turn it on like around 8 hours after I turn it off. It's and then for the rest of the league I will be streaming on both because I do like to stream on both. Thankfully, there are going to be Twitch drops at the exact moment I turn it off. So like If you're able to watch on Twitch, you will get some in-game loot. Yes. So Unleash and Spark is really nice because you don't have to press so many buttons, right? Like you tap Orbistorms, you get 1 Orbistorms, you tap Spark, you get 3 Sparks. It's just really efficient button to damage. And we don't have 3 Orbistorms yet anyways. But then in Act 2, we're rushing over to the node on the tree that gives you a 3rd Orbistorm. And as soon as you get that, you definitely want to just take it out of Spark, move it in here. You don't want Unleash and Spark after that because Unleash does not proc 3 Orbistorms if you Unleash on the Spark. So after that, you just replace it with Rapid Casting. The reason why... So we Unleash on Orbistorms because every time you cast any spell while inside of Orbistorms, every single Orbistorms is going to activate. So you don't want to waste time pressing Orbistorms 3 times just to get that giga damage when you start casting Spark. You just want to press this once and instantly, now you hold down Spark, you get tons of damage. It's just, Unleash is just a really good gem in Act 1, and you don't even have that combo yet in Act 1, so you might as well use it in Spark, and then you can reuse it in Orbistorms later. Moving to Twitch right now, alright. Yeah, the filters are all up. Yo, what's up, Pretendo? Good luck to you as well. And realistically, if you want to be super try hard, there's actually more gems in the down here, but I'm just not including them in here because you do not need them, and I don't want to like overwhelm people with extra buttons. Realistically, on a league start, you're not even gonna have the supports necessarily to get all of this. I feel like through the campaign, you don't get enough support gems. Anything besides the filter, I'd recommend using Exile UI. You can see that in the league start run if you want to see what that looks like. Right here, the league start run. It's a little thing in the corner. This thing here. This like will tell you objectives. And I do have some code for it as well. I do have, you copy paste this in the correct spot in Exile UI and it'll search the vendors for you. Yeah, I updated mine today. Yeah, I'd already got an update. You're welcome, Paul. Stormweaver or Infernalist, true. Stormweaver is just really good out of the box. You don't need to do anything crazy. What do I recommend? Exile UI. 250 versus 50. I did not update it, no. You're rethinking not playing Fub Guns build? True. I think that's also a good build. Fub Guns build is going to be really good. They're both in my recommended builds list. Just shrink the
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
Nice for the sub, cash money. We can look into expanding the regex. This is a good idea, actually. Are we happy with this? Obviously, you want cast speed is like one of the best stats in the game. You can get this on a ring or an amulet. You put that on. We have all the movement speed. We're looking specifically for chaos res. Realistically, I don't know if we want to see every single res. Lightning damage, I guess. Spell damage. What would even give us elemental damage on a piece of gear? I'm trying to think. Does anyone know? I can't think of anything that would give you elemental damage. That would work on it. Like, how do you even get this on gear? This is like jewels, isn't it? You really want to try both? Realistically, there are going to be like league refreshes. So you will eventually get to try both. I think we're pretty happy with, I'll show the cold spells. We should highlight all stabs, maybe? Should we highlight all of them? Now this is bordering on showing so much stuff that like a lot of it's going to be trash, but oh, maybe that's why it's bugging out. Hold on, let me change it. This would be ideal if it had my full name in it, honestly. Is this too much? Wait, that did not work. Oh, it did work. The problem with me renaming this is in a lot of places I say specifically what the name is. But the nice thing about this is people know it's me, and I typed my name in wrong actually. Is this too long? PoE2 anime princess endgame, anime princess spellcaster leveling. I feel like people will know that this is the right thing to click, right? Because it has almost 20,000 followers and it says spellcaster leveling, right? Haven't played. Yes. Advice. Use the loot filter. It makes the campaign so much easier. You want to be crafting. Crafting is important in the campaign. It's actually important in the end game. You want to be constantly crafting the staffs they're showing on the loot filter. We're working on a regex. I'm going to replace this in a second with a different one. Stat prio. Honestly, all four of these things I would say are about equal. You just want like high values of them. And then down here, way down here, just be aware Act 2, very early on, you get a free Jeweler Orb. Act 4, you get a free 5-link Jeweler Orb. These are things like, you're actually trolling if you don't get these. And they're not obvious, so make sure you like follow these instructions. Going into the endgame with a 5-link compared to a 4-link is like so much extra power. You don't craft. Honestly, crafting is literally hitting it with the transmute orb, hitting it with the augment orb. That is what crafting means in the campaign. It is literally as simple as that. If you get something good with those first two, you hit it with a regal. If you don't, you throw it on the ground. If you have something to go with the Regal, you spend your exalts and you try and get 6 mods. It's pretty brain dead. Maybe I should have explained that in here, but yeah. You don't do anything fancy. It's literally you just go through the motions with crafting. Are we happy with this? Maybe we don't highlight the cold. Do we want to see maximum life? I don't hate that. So this is a much more broad filter, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not going to remove the other filter. The other filter shows a lot less. But I'm going to try this out. All right, we have 2 options now. Let's, can I import this in before we even get in game? Sometimes I feel like Exile UI doesn't even let you... Oh, it's not even open right now. Can I even... This doesn't even open unless you're in game, right? I don't think I can import that. Actually, technically I am in game. If I hit exit, is it going to leave the queue? I don't want to risk it. Magic items those mods to show. The way I understand this works is this shows every single rare item no matter what. And it will show magic if it has these stats. Right? But I'm not sure actually. I would want magic items to show. But I don't want to see every single magic item. Wait, I actually don't know. Does anyone know regex and know what this does? Does this mean... So this will only show rare items? Okay, well, in that case, we'll do this. Hopefully this doesn't show every single magic. That would be crazy. If we're gonna have to change it if it shows every single rare and magic. Welcome, Chappie. Takes me about 8 hours to hit maps. I'm not particularly fast, though. Can I test this in PoE1? I don't wanna. Thanks for the sub teaser. I guess I could. It's probably not going to crash anything. It will, yes. Well, there's a second mobalytics for the late game. There's the league start mobalytics page, which is focused on early. And then there's a end game different setup that focuses on the end game. It'd be overwhelming to have end game and league start in the same written guide. I don't know. Using a PoE2 filter in PoE1 is kind of trolling. I think this is showing every single magic item no matter what. Yeah, I think that's how I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Okay, we should take that off then. So this will show every single rare item, which is honestly gonna like clutter up stuff a lot. but at the same time, it's going to make this a lot more useful for the armor vendor. Because if you don't show all rare items, it's really hard to find anything in the armor vendor. I think that's pretty good. Yes, I think so. We did all content in the game, Jappy, last league. I played this last league as well. We didn't specify quality. What do you... I don't think we need to do this. This is going to show any item that has any quality whatsoever, which is not important. Okay, the thing is, when you're looking at... It would be nice if I could show only energy shield rares. I don't know how to do that, though. Because if I don't have this checked and you talk to the armor vendor, nothing is going to be highlighted. If this is checked, every single rare item is going to be highlighted, and maybe you'll be able to find like a rare glove, like some sort of defensive thing with like a bunch of resistances or energy shield. So that's why we have this checked. This like somewhat complicates the... Realistically, I don't think there's that many like rare things, so it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, this will definitely show like armor bases and evasion bases that you can't even put on. But it's probably worth it. Call the Brotherhood is not mandatory. You're going to be able to SSF it with Ritual if it's expensive. It's not a rare item. If it's expensive, I'm just not going to buy it. We do have Cold from the Spark Infusions anyways. I would expect it to be start high and drop in price dramatically over the weekend. This comment is crazy. You lazy Spark. Yeah. Plant Varashta. Plant is I use Exile UI and I also use something called Exile Exchange 2. This is literally Awaken PoE trade. It is the same program but renamed. There might be better tools, but I've just used Awaken PoE trade for like a decade in PoE 1, so I like that one. Favorite anime is Fooly Cooly. So you have Plant Varashta, Plant Oracle, or Plant Abyssal Lich. Plants is nice because it auto-targets. It's kind of like Spark in that way, although Spark does freeze, Plants doesn't freeze. It's a pretty solid starter, yeah. You'll be happy playing Plants. Yes, Blood Mage does not function. Don't go Blood Mage if you want to cast Sacred Comet. That has been completely destroyed. Well, I can't say that for sure, but like according to my math, it's not going to work. It's not going to work the same way it used to, because when Blood Mage spends its life on Comet, at least in the past, it was spending like 60,000 life, even more than that. And it is literally impossible to get 60,000 life per second anymore. You will go down to 1 life, and your comments are going to turn off. Blood Mage, you want to have stuff that doesn't spend so much life. And there will be ways to do that. Like, I think Choir of the Storm doesn't spend nearly as much life. Are they adding price check? I think so, yeah. I use a third-party price checker, so. To make some currency and trade. On vendor, I guess this is purely for us. For picking stuff up off the ground, yes. The light blue stuff on the ground are stuff for our build, and yellow stuff are other rares. So you can differentiate and see. Definitely pick up the light blue things. In fact, actually, one thing I could have done on the filter was make cast speed rings brighter color. I had Choir of the Storm. You can use Choir of the Storm, yeah. It's fine. Once you get the Malagaros, you can. You do need to configure Exile UI. It just grows like that. I don't style my beard. Cast on Crit Comet is what Spark ends up being, and that's a really good bosser. I'm not sure, Irons, if that has been fixed. I do know you can get Blink on an amulet now for free, though. If you want the... Hold on. Someone posted a build file in here. Did I pin it? It's under regular path of exile. Maybe you should post that under the sorceress if you're in chat. I feel like most people are going to be in this channel for Spark. Only 11,000 in queue, that's crazy. People are really slow to update their game. Exile UI automatically goes to the next objective. I think that's an act tracker, right? That's what I use it for. I use it for going to the next zone, like knowing what to do in the next zone. You can click update on your Path of Exile too? It's a 34 gig update. Oh shit, people are having trouble? That's crazy. What are people saying on Reddit? Ooh, that looks nice. A LAN party, holy shit. I should save this website. Yeah, Blood Mage got absolutely gutted. Blood Mage like literally will not work the way you want it to. Last patch. The builds are all going to be completely different. It's like fundamentally been changed. In the past, you could spend like basically infinite life. Now it's capped. It's capped at 8,000 with like very high investment, but that's not even factoring in monsters' leech resistance. So like I have no idea how it's gonna feel, but even at 8,000, that's not good. It's not good for the old setups. It's probably good for new setups. No, there's going to be good Blood Mage builds. I'll probably make a Blood Mage build. I'm just hesitant to league start something like that when like the other builds like literally won't function. Stuff that you're used to. Kept erroring out. Nice. Um, what's the next thing on here that we have watched? Have not watched. We might want to use one of these because we get this new thing called Ward, and we can spend them on new skills. If anybody in chat finds a crazy skill, let me know. Zookeeper minions? It's been a couple patches since I played minions. Actually, I played minions the last patch. What am I talking about? Um, the reason I didn't put out my minion guide last league is because it kind of felt underwhelming compared to Cast on Crit Comet. Like, Cast on Crit Comet should have been nerfed more, I think. I was expecting it to be, like, gutted. I can't believe it wasn't. Minions are kind of slow. I do enjoy them, but I don't know. I was coming off the high of this build, I just did not make the build guide. Just made the build and then I retired it. No, you should follow the guide. Follow the guide. It's what it's there for. That's true. Maybe they didn't want to rebalance spells, so they just left this. What is this? That is not Comet, but it's also not these things. Yeah, Contagion's good. Contagion's good on this build. That's a total valid thing to do early on. Contagion on literally every build is good. Skyfall. Oh, it's not even what? Electrocute. Now that's a good stat right there. But it is attack based, unfortunately. Where are the spells? Why would you ever want this? Like face tank something? Face fragments. I need to change that command. I'm just using the standard one. This feature looks really nice. You can search for anything. You could hit enter to go between them. Ooh, there's a mod where you just get Headhunter when you do the map. What?
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になっ
There's the
てます。
Prime Eterna.
めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。
Oh, it'll
あ
work
り
for
がとうござい
everything,
ま
yeah.
す。
I think specifically early on, it's nice for probably Breach and Ritual, specifically. But Delirium's pretty close to those. I mean, it's going to be fine for that as well. It'll be good for anything, honestly. So if you shift alt click, you can price check. Okay. I wonder if this will feel better than the third-party apps. I don't. GG didn't let me carry my PoE1 build over to PoE2. What is that? Do we have that last league? I don't remember. Oh, better than third party? That's true. Third party is also rate limited, isn't it? So you're not actually crafting with stuff you drop on the ground, right? Oh, no, this gives you a rune from the league mechanic. A lot of new runes. I'm so glad they added challenges. This makes the league fun. Done updating. So you get like rewards for playing. That looks nice, doesn't it? What up, Vortex? They consider those optional. Those give you skill points. I played WASD. These seem pretty easy so far. I don't have a playlist, but I have all the songs right there. The current song. At one point I tried importing it onto Spotify, but it was getting bugged. I might try again later. This playlist has like 3,000 songs in it. It's really hard to like get that to import online. Want to fight that guy. Oh shit. Oh, this is new, isn't it? Is that new? Laylokin. Oh, big shout out to Laylokin. He's the guy who develops Exile UI, which I'm telling everybody to use. Thanks for the update. Hope you have a good league start. W Laylokin. True. So that'll be a way to get extra damage during the campaign. You can guarantee runes. Yeah, Sparks can be good. What do you mean, Caleb? What are you talking about? I wonder if we'll get those during the campaign. Those are both really nice. That's like 50 extra spirit during the campaign. You play with your controller? The reason I don't play with controller is because you can't put the controller down and use the keyboard to like inventory management. You have to do everything with the controller, which to me is a little crazy. I like to be able to like type numbers in the game. I don't think you can. I think you need. I'm not sure actually. Don't you have to like exit the game and log back in to switch? WASD feels good though. 20,000 in queue. That's still pretty low, honestly. Is it? I don't know. I always get in the queue pretty fast. It sucks. They gotta fix that. I think it's because the UI changes, but there has to be a way to just like hot swap the UI, right? Oh, you can type in numbers at least? They need to make that better though, because I would love to play. This build is really good on the controller, because you don't have to aim, so like you don't need that precise mouse movement. Everything is just auto hits with this. Hopefully for 1.0 we'll get So these are crafting runes. So we want like Uhtred's Sidiris, I think. Here, if you want the PoB, there is a PoB. It's literally it's just the skill tree. It's not I'm not like supporting this or anything. I highly recommend using the mobilytic stuff instead, but that's there if you want it. Somebody in chat made one and they posted it on the Path of Exile 2 channel. You just go to pinned. They made a dot build for us. I could try and make one myself right now, actually. That's crazy. I wonder if that can work on any gear slot. Still not able to join the Discord? I don't know why. I don't think very many people are banned in my Discord. What does it say when you try and join it? I remember that, yeah. There is some people banned in my Discord. Can I find this? Search for banned. I looked and he wasn't in it. Nothing I can do. So if we want to make a build file, I think we use this, right? Got to figure out how to use this. Sorceress, Stormweaver. So is this going to tell you to pick them in the order that I'm picking them? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows, right? Because you can't even test this out yet. We're just hoping this works.
いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
Oh, no, that's wrong.
Anime Princess さんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。
What are the drops? They start in 50 minutes. Type exclamation drops. It'll show you what they are. In fact, I don't even know what they are either. Let's watch it together. This is like not HD. Hold on. So for 2 gifted subs, you get this pet. And during first week, you get this portal. This is the free one. And you get this helmet on week 2. There's week 1 and week 2 rewards. I think you just log in to PoE2 like you would log in to the PoE2 website. The helmet effect counts how many kills you've done. Oh, that's kind of nice. Counts your total kills and it tells you each type of monster. Wait, you're global across every single league ever and also inside of this league? That's actually crazy. I would pay for that. So like 10 years from now, this will be like 1,000,000,000 monsters for me. That's actually kind of psychotic. You get that for free on week 2. That's a Twitch drop week 2. It's not the week 1 drop. I kind of wish that was the week 1 drop so I could put it on right away. Let's go. Wand might be nice in the late game anyways, because then you can put on a scepter. It's just, I wouldn't be thinking about it in like the first week, realistically. I would just, I would just try and craft a good staff to begin with. You could even potentially do Adoni's Ego, and then take off Stormweaver. There's a lot of options. Honestly, it's too hard to know what we're gonna do for weapons on like high budget until we're there, because, like you said, exceptional wand should have +2 and +1. What do you mean by that? Wait, I thought exceptional meant it had 1 extra socket. +2 what? It doesn't just have +2 all spells in the implicit, does it? There's no way. That's crazy. Check Discord.
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。Oh, so you're saying that's pretty crazy. So you can, how does this work? You put a rune in the life sprig and it destroys the life sprig and gives you a rune, and then that rune is +2? And then you can also use like the +1 rune as well to get +3. Yeah, that's crazy. And life sprig is pretty common too. Do you have a link to the webpage for this? Is there like a data mined webpage that shows all of these specific things? Okay, it looks like Protex got in by Discord. Let's go. Can't even go to the website. Wait, is this... Why is this website not working for me? That's crazy. What is this? This looks like different free cosmetics. Okay, I'm gonna stretch my legs. I'm gonna play this while I be right back. I'm making one of those in-game dot builds right now, Death. I'm back. How do we get these things? Oh, just by playing the game, nice. Mhm. Okay, that's the league start progression. I am unsure if that's gonna actually like go point by point like Mobalytics does. I highly doubt it. I would do whatever looks more fun. There's upsides and downsides to both. The ice shot bow is a faster moving skill because it's a ranger. Rangers just move faster. It's also costs a lot more to do. Bows are more expensive to make than staffs, and there's going to be a very high demand for bows. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do bows if you want to do bows. Really? Wait, is it? What did I do differently? I forgot to grab these 3 nodes. Oh, this is bugged. It's supposed to go through here. What the fuck? I fixed that earlier. What the hell's happening here? The same. I don't want to do all this if somebody in chat already did it. I'm really lazy. I don't want to do all the gems. What the fuck? It took me so long to do on Mobalytics, and I have to do it all over again. Fuck this. Just get the one in Discord. There's already one. No, you can just do interludes. Nothing changes. It's just from Act 1 to Act 2 to Act 3. It shows you the main thing is the support gems. It was under the Path of Exile 2. In the pinned comments. I think my water's boiled. I should probably go grab that. Back in a second.
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。 ありがとうございます。
You activate optionals in the act tracker. I believe I have mine off. Wait, how are you customizing your thing right now? Does it work? Are you in queue and you just hit escape and you can do it? That doesn't pull you out of the queue? I have a regex with 50 and I have a regex with 100. There's two. Did that get updated? Hold on. Sometimes these changes don't get saved. Wait, where is it supposed to be? Save. If I do two changes, I think it like ignores the last one if I do them too quickly. We still have the regex though. I'll type it in chat. Oh, wait, actually maybe it's in Act 1. No, it is there, it is there. Never mind. The thing is, when I edit, it's kind of annoying. When you edit one of these things, you need to change it in every single one. Forgot to do that. And realistically, everyone's gonna be on different tabs, so they all need to be edited. No, actually, hold on. I changed the wording of this. What is the filter called now? Filter. What is this? I shot nice. Here. That's a link? Wait, what happens if I click that link? I'm gonna Oh, that's crazy. I don't want that. I don't want that to link like that. Yeah. Like that doesn't even link to a page that you can follow. That's like the code of the filter. I'll paste this in. Jeez. In Notepad, and then maybe it'll get rid of the link. Okay. Hey, chatter. XDD. This that's correct, right? Okay, this should be good now, I think. In-game build guide integration. It takes a long time to make one. I was starting to make one, but someone in Twitch chat already made one. So I'm like, maybe we should just like they took my build and they went through it and did one. It's under Discord, Path of Exile 2. Just go to like pinned. Realistically, maybe I should re-upload this under Sorceress. Anything I put is going to be under here. It's going to be pinned here under Sorceress because we're playing Sorceress. But they put it in here, which is it's fine. I don't even know necessarily if it's done completely correctly because I didn't make it. But it takes
アニメプリンセスさんがいらっしゃった。いつもお世話になってます。めちゃくちゃ参考にしてます。ありがとうございます。
I have not leveled with Frost Art, so I'm not sure. Thanks for the gifted subs. Trov, PV, Lazy Spark, and thanks for the Prime, Lena. Sorry if I missed anyone, I'm overwhelmed right now. You made 12 cups of coffee? That is psychotic. The fuck? Those noodles I was eating was way too spicy. I don't even think I can eat those. If I get hungry, I'll just make a protein shake. Then for each act... Oh, you're still in chat. Wait, can you just paste that in the Sorceress? Can you paste the .spark file again, and I'll just pin it there as well? Carrying people for subs will get me banned. Do you know Spicy Sushi? He got banned from Path of Exile for like 48 hours because he had a joke that was like donate for like a mirror service or something like that. The way GGG polices this stuff is viewers can help streamers, but streamers cannot help viewers for monetary gain.
I think. I don't know. Yeah, Spicy Sushi got banned by GG. He got unbanned. Like, he was joking. The thing is, it was a joke because his mirror services are free. So saying, like, donate for a free mirror service, it would be free anyways. But, like, that was in his stream title, and the GG does police that. Pass the Math got banned for something entirely different. I feel like he manifested his ban. I think there were like 100 paths forward which would not have resulted in a ban for Path of Math, but he like made it happen. He made sure it was impossible to like that was the only outcome for him. Path of Math got banned for like shit talking the devs and doubling down and then like tripling down, and it's just like he would just not stop. He was like personally attacking the devs, calling them bald and stuff. It's crazy. Over a fucking I think he actually I don't even know exactly what he said. But it was like he might have said stuff worse than personal attacks. More efficient, and there's no downside at all. Realistically, the build still functions without the swap. Add your build to POB. I'm just gonna post this in Discord. Well, I'm also gonna post it here. Pin. Also, Darganesti, if you ever make any changes to that Spark build, because you're the one who's like compiled this, if there's anything weird in there and like you change something around, make sure you let me know so I can change the pin. Right now, I have your current thing pinned. How's the queue? It should move pretty. I think I'm gonna get in like 1 minute. But I'm also like almost first. I think so, Cluey. Because when I try and make one myself, I do not see how to, like, I don't see how to do it to the same extent that they showed in the video. Like, I click these in the right order. I don't know if it's gonna show it to you guys. I have no idea. Nobody knows because you can't even test this. And also, this is actually just completely wrong now. What the fuck? But it doesn't matter because the one that's in the Discord is something one of you guys made. What the? Realistically, like, I could spend like the first hour of the league. Actually, even if we figure out how this works in game, this tool will only let you do what this tool can let you do, right? Like I don't know. Oh, here. Oh, no, this will let you. So like technically you could do like the first 10 levels and then do like another one. I don't know. This is if this came out like a couple days ago, I think I would have had time. This will take like an hour at least, or a couple hours to stay on Twitch for drops. Well, in 15 minutes, I'm going to have to end the YouTube stream because of my Twitch contract for 8 hours. I'm going to be back on Twitch in 8 hours, or back on YouTube in 8 hours. So you guys will have to come over to Twitch pretty soon if you want to keep watching, unfortunately. That's just how it is today. But thankfully, It is on the day of drops, so I feel like it's not that punishing. I'm sure there's some people who are at work who literally can't use Twitch. Twitch is blocked a lot more on work networks than YouTube, I think. Unfortunately. You'll be playing nice. But you work from home. We are going to do something strong, but probably something strong involves Spark. Probably Spark Comet is gonna, like, I can't imagine there's gonna be something stronger than that. Oh, you did set it up that way? Perfect. Okay, so the thing in Discord, the .build file is very good then. That's huge. I really appreciate that. Apparently this is something we can put on a focus. An alloy. Removes a random modifier, and you get 47 cast speed. This is on a staff too, actually. The fact that this is on a focus staff or wand does make wand focus look enticing. We definitely want to seriously consider on a higher budget doing focus wand. That's crazy. It's how the hell does this give the same power on a focus or a wand than on a staff? Wait, it's all of these? Or I thought it's just one of these randomly. There's no way it's all of this, is it? I don't believe you. It does. I updated it myself. You need to go into the settings, and then there's a button that says update. It does not auto-update. Oh, a PoB link? Yeah. That's right. The PoB link is realistically, it's just like the passive progression for campaign. It's really nothing. I've made it really quickly. I think I also put the skill gems in, maybe. Yeah, I'll definitely seriously consider wand. We'll see how easily we can acquire some of these advanced crafting materials. Staff, though, is just like out of the box really good. So regardless of how strong wands are, we need to get the crafting materials before they become strong, right? Yeah, this website isn't working for me. I really hope these filters work properly as they should. I don't know why I put the word filter in a filter. It's obviously filter. I should just put this longer. The item spike is just a better staff. There's a trade link in Mobalytics, and maybe we can, once I get to endgame, I'm gonna like see if I can make it a little bit better. But it was good last time. You crashed? Oh no. 15 minutes, holy shit. The last 3 hours went by really fast. Swap orb? No. In Act 1, you can get overabundance on your Orb of Storms, and then in Act 2, you can get the +1 on the passive tree. You want 3 Orbistorms, and you always want 3. You don't want to ever lose more. Someone in chat is in position 17. That's how I got position 427. Because they told me to click the button. So probably it was like 5 seconds from position 17 to position 400 or something. I don't know. I was pretty quick to react. 20,000. Oof. Are you starting this time? I'm playing the YouTube build. Yes, we're doing Spark Stormweaver. Playing this build. Ten minutes is 20,000. We don't know that. I wonder how many people are in game right now. Thanks for the resub. Mar for Zus. Appreciate you. Look at this. I have the Divine Orb badge. I stopped to level 3. Because level 4 is Exalted Orb and it's worse. Is there a file to download for the build? Yeah, someone in chat made a file and it's pinned in Discord. If they update it, I will repin the newest one. It takes quite a lot of work to make that file, so really appreciate. There's 180,000 people in game. But there's not 180,000 people in queue. What? How long will that take? I have no idea. There was one league a long time ago called Ultimatum League. And one of the interns forgot to do some sort of like hardware stuff that you're supposed to do between every league to like make it go fast. So it was adding like 10 people a minute or something. It was like it was so bad. I couldn't get in the first day. But I don't think that will ever happen again. Q's not split regions. All in. Is it? Thanks for the prime, Dargon and Bolton. Clash for love. Saki Who TV. The EU servers? You know, EU servers always shit the bed every single league. I think that's why Gear Up wanted to sponsor me. Because there's so many issues with EU. Canada, thankfully, I've never had issues. In fact, I've had leagues where my ping was like 2 ms because it was, I think the server is like, at one point was in my city. It's moved. I don't have 2 ms anymore, but what's up, Jay Payton? Stork is strong, yes. Do you guys think this will peak at? It's gonna be more. People are still at work right now. Will it be 300? I have no idea. It's already over 180. It cannot peak at 180. $400. Oh, true. It's free to play. I thought this was supposed to be on sale. Why is this not on sale? What? Well, this build is freeze-based. You can compensate with a Chronomancer swap later, but you're just gonna, I don't know, press Convalescence more often. welcome material. Alright, be careful doing a league starter that has too many pieces and moving parts early. What we're doing right now is literally requires nothing. On a league start, you're not going to be able to have crazy stuff. Like, realistically, for this to get online, we need a pair of gloves, which might be expensive, but the build functions without them as well. You don't even need them. You can do Ranger, nice. Not on sale until League starts, that's crazy. So these people who want to buy it, they can't get in the early access queue. Wait. What? That's crazy. That's good for us, I guess. Like, it's not even free to play right now, is it? So all these free to play people can start playing in 9 minutes, and then they have to download it. Then they have to get in queue. That's crazy. Drops are live in 8 minutes. Oh, you can download it though? True. True. Normally, you can't download a game if you don't own it though. Yeah, Ember Fuse Slide with Orbisworms is good. It's just it's clunky. It requires focusing on what's happening on the screen, but it's good. With Spark. Well, I could see our gearing being different, especially if we go Chronomancer. I could see us doing a lot of different stuff with gearing. But realistically... Well, actually, also with Stormweaver, I could see stuff being interesting, but maybe not necessarily with Spark. There is a gem which gives you 2 times limit. So you could technically... I don't know if that's going to be in the game. They've said it was going to be in the game like every league, and they said it's going to be in this league as well. You can get... Like, Orbistorms has 1 limit. You get an extra limit on the tree, now you're at 2. You get the Ascendancy, now you're at 4. Then you use the support, now you're at 8. And every time an Orbistorms is... Anytime anything is cast inside Orbistorms, all your Orbistorms proc. So you could just have a build where it's just like, you just have really fast cast speed with Orbistorms, and you're just only press Orbistorms. And then you have, like, when you have 8 Orbistorms, every time you put a new one down, it triggers 8. You're shooting the same skill 8 times on 1 button press. Which would be pretty interesting, but that does require this gem to be added, which we have no idea if it's going to be added. How many flasks? I think Mage Blood is probably going to be for charms, but we don't really know, actually. Like, why would you want to have more than 2 flasks? There's only a life and a mana flask. That's not even that useful. Thanks for the prime, Sorgatino. Oh, is it leaked? What does Mage Blood do? Mage Blood PoE2 DB. Well, it's not leaked on here. It just gives you PoE1 flasks? That's crazy. It gives you Diamond, Quicksilver, and Silver. That's really, really good. What the fuck? That is incredibly good. That's really good for us, actually. Holy shit. Diamond Flask is what, 100% crit? Silver Flask is 20% movement speed, 20% cast speed.
いつもお世話になってます。
Quicksilver
めちゃくちゃ
is
参考にしてます。
like 35% movement speed. That's like, that is the best in slot for us. Guaranteed, that is the best in slot flask, or the best in slot belt. Oh, there's a link here actually. So how many of these do you get though? Well, wait, do you get 3? Maybe you don't get all 3. Maybe you only get 1. We don't know how many of these you get, but these are all the options. So you could get, we have 5 minutes. Okay, I gotta end the YouTube stream. I will be back on YouTube in 8 hours and 5 minutes. I'm sorry to do this to you guys. It is in my Twitch contract. There are Twitch drops, so if you are able to, please come over to Twitch. Otherwise, I'll see you in 8 hours. Have a good league start.